Hi everyone, so I'm here to make a rose quartz batch of soap. I'll be using the rose quartz fragrance oil from Brambleberry. You might have seen that in my haul video. I wanted to give her a test run. I'm going to be using the pewter silver mica. I'm going to be using their electric bubblegum pigment to color and some titanium dioxide. So the first thing I want to do with my oils is go ahead and add in my coconut milk. It's very thick. My room is 59 degrees and my oils and my lye solution are running 66 to 68. So I thought I'm just going to go ahead and get this all blended in ahead of time. So it'll help me out instead of the excessive blending once the lye solution is in. I'm going to add in my lye solution. This container is going to be very full. It looks like I'm going to have to do something different for making these double batches. In fact, we're just going to have to switch that over right this minute. I was hoping that the other container was going to be satisfactory, but it obviously was not. So I had to move this bucket to finish this batch. This is the first time I've made this particular batch size for these two molds. So because I've added my coconut milk prior, the lye solution has kind of, what am I trying to say? I want to say attacked, but that's not, kind of harsh. It's not an attack, but it kind of has scorched the coconut milk just a little bit. Where when I put that in towards the end, that's not quite a factor. Alright, it's looking good, but I just want to make sure this is emulsified properly. Okay, all looks well. I'm going to go ahead and let me think this through. I'm going to go ahead and add in my fragrance oil. It's nice and clear. It does say it accelerates mildly, so hopefully I won't have too much trouble. Smells positively amazing. I was gonna say it's a real gem. Well, rose quartz. That's the whole idea. I'm not sure it wasn't actually part of their gem collection, I don't believe, but definitely the same theme. All right, that looks good. We better make some progress here. A couple of containers here. This is going to be a white, and this is going to be the silverish. And then into this big bucket, it'll be pink. Let's set that aside. I'm still trying to work out camera placement, so I think I should be fine right there. Alright, so in with the pewter silver. I believe this is just going to go kind of a matte gray. That's what I've been told, and that's fine. I'm not looking for a shiny silver. I'm just looking for not using charcoal to always do a gray. This is really pretty. I'm basically obsessed with gray right now. Gray and white and black. Those are just like my thing. I always transition throughout the year. I tend to always like something a little bit different seasons. Alright, let's go into the titanium dioxide there. Still have some air bubbles in the poor guy. I'm afraid the motor's going out on this Cuisinart. I've had it for a while. I wouldn't think it would be going out, but I have another stainless steel one I tend to use quite often. Alright, setting these a bit to the side. Now I'm going to put in the bubblegum pink. And I do want a little bit of titanium dioxide in this as well. Definitely needs more of the bubblegum pink. I'm roughly following the tutorial on Soap Queen. I'm trying to put my own spin on it, of course, but I'm trying to learn to work towards the middle of this table. It's kind of awkward since I'm so short. I did want a bit more of a punch to that. I don't have much of this left. Ooh. All this dilly-daddle in here is going to cause me problems. So pretty! I just love this bubblegum pigment. Looking. I think we could go with it because it's kind of like it's a pretty blush rose type color. Now the stainless steel table gets so messy. So I have just a little bit of magenta mica mixed up, also from Brambleberry for another project. And I just wanted it to be a little bit more pink, a little less of that coral that it was kind of going with. So I'm just mixing in a little bit of that magenta, and I am 100% happy now. So I have this going here, but I'm still wanting to do an in the pot swirl. I'm very happy with this thickness. If it's too thin, it can get a bit weird. So I'm going to go up high so it reaches clear to the bottom. And I'm just going to pour it in the one spot for now. thinning out my white by giving it a stir. And you're making a mess. It's so messy. Okay, here we go. Lots and lots of white. There. Lots and lots of white there. Like get her all in there. And then I'm going to go around, pull it to the edges, and call that good. Kind of going for like a pinky marble look. Okay, so bringing in the mold. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. Maybe it'd be easier if I fill this one first. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so I know from experience I like to roll back and forth a little bit. Isn't that gorgeous? This is right what I was thinking. Now my molds are a little bit different. They should be about the same inside. Yes, they are. So I need to make sure I get all that in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape out the rest of this gray. I meant to do that a little ahead of time. I guess I poured high enough because it went all the way to the bottom. In my experience, it usually doesn't, but you know, today it did, so whatever. We'll see how it looks. If push comes to shove, I won't put this in. It smells amazing. For them saying accelerates mildly, I like we're doing all right here. Okay, so I'm gonna try to scrape this pink down in. I know you can't see, and I apologize for that. I'm getting, just gotta get the job done here. Okay. These seem fairly even. I'm just gonna do some of this swirly whirly across. I am on my tippy toes. I'm going to give this a smack down elsewhere. Alright, so next I want to just kind of texture the top. Wow, this is actually a little loose still, so I'm going to clean up and I'll come back to you when it's more ready. Alright, so this is the texture that I like. I'm having so much fun with these single loaf molds. There's some things that you can do in a single loaf that you can't do in, you know, when you're doing the big slabs like that. It's following me back on the spoon. And I want it to just kind of stay over there. So both of these molds are made just a little bit differently. So I'm going to have to learn at what height to pour, because one of these is a little bit taller than the other. A long time since I've gotten to do this, so I am out of practice. Of course, I feel about a mile away. I'm trying to just keep it here for you. not thinking this is turning out as well because of it, but I will continue on. I'm just loving these colors together. I noticed a lot of, I don't know, kind of the people on Instagram that are a little bit more into the whole designy thing and, you know, Shiplap and Magnolia Farms and all that. I noticed that they kind of transitioned their white from the holidays, kind of had the white with the greenery and snow kind of look, so the white and gray, and then they were adding just a bit of like a blush pink, and I just thought that was the prettiest thing. So that helped to inspire this one. I'm just gonna add a touch of a kind of a snowflake sparkle. I don't know, I can't remember what it's called. I do think it's called like a snowflake biodegradable glitter. It's not the silver rainbow one. I just thought it would, just kind of the sheen from kind of a whitish silver look would look nice on here. And I'm gonna call it good. So I will see you back here for the cat. So a couple of days have passed now, and it's time to cut the rose quartz soap. I think it turned out so pretty. I'm very happy with it. Starting to ash just a little bit. Nothing a little alcohol can't tackle. It's kind of a different look than I'm used to doing. I'm quite pleased with it. It's fun to step out of our comfort zones and just try something different. It wasn't difficult by any means, but I don't typically work with these colors. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous bar there. It's in the pot swirl. I'd say it's one of the better ones I've ever done. So yay. Thinking a blue version would be fun to do. Also, someone commented and said that kind of like a baby shower, like a girl's baby shower. Wouldn't that be fun? And it does kind of remind you of the little, you know, for babies, pink and the little elephants or whatever. So yeah, but it is a very grown-up fragrance, I would say. It's very bright. It's not a strong, in-your-face rose. It's very complex. When I smell it, if it hadn't been marked rose quartz, I probably would not have said that's rose. But that's just my interpretation of it, because there's a lot more to it. There's some bright citrus notes. There's some warmth from the sandalwood and a musk. There's some jasmine in it. The citrus notes are orange peel, orange zest, I guess I should say, bergamot. How is that proper? That's what I want to know. How is that properly said? Feel free to say, is it mott or mo? You know what? I did it again. I always do that. Always put the soaps here at the end where the next loaf won't fit. Yeah, I see it's ashing a little bit on the top. It's kind of hard to tell just based on the gray and white and the pale pink. It hides it quite well. I'll have to give it some extra sprays. It's so fun. I have found that when I get a little bit of ash like this, if I will just liberally spray it with some like 91% rubbing alcohol, I think there might be some higher out there, available, but 91% is what I can find easily here, and it works really well. And just, you see it, just kind of spray it on. I don't like to wash or steam the ash off my soap. I know it's very popular and it's cool. I have no problems with anybody else doing it. I just don't like it myself. It makes the soap so sticky, and I just kind of feel like it compromises it just a little bit. I mean, I don't really want my soap wet before it's ready to be used. The steam's not too bad. Again, like I said, it's just a personal preference. There's no right or wrong to that. This is what I prefer. I prefer just to leave the ash on it. If I can't conquer it from the alcohol, then I'll just leave it on, because it will wash off within the first, usually the first use, first 1 or 2 at least, and it's harmless. There's no problem with using a soap with ash on it, so no concerns there. It all has to do with the soap, how fast it cools and how it gels, and it's part of that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just cosmetic. Okay, so there we have the rose quartz soap. And this soap will be listed at least 4 weeks from when I made it. So we're looking at, let me think of what today is. We're looking at towards the end of February for sure. So, alright guys, there you have it. I'll talk to you later.